njem ọ na-ekenekwa m unu ọzọ n'ụbọchị nke taata Igbo gburu nze wee mụọ ọzọ. Anyị ji ozi ọma from our Reverend Father kwuru okwu gbasara Evangelist Ebuka Obi gbasara ihe niile a na-ekwu maka ya. O wee sị gị ka ya gwa unu ka ya his own opinion, ka ya kwupụta ihe ya mee gị bụ n'obi gbasara Evangelist Ebuka Obi. Biko achọrọ m ka ị gee ntị n'ihe a Fada were ikwu gbasara Zion Ministry. Echefukwana ka comment, share, subscribe ma like ya. Ya gaziere m unu Igbo dịmụrụ nze m ọzọ.
This is an article by a Reverend Father about Evangelist Ebuka Obi, and he captioned it, "An evangelist criticized by men but celebrated by angels." This is from Reverend Father Benedict C.C. Anochie, and he said, "Let me begin by stating clearly that this is my personal opinion. I do not write on behalf of any church, denomination, or individual. I write as myself, guided by conscience and observation." And he further said, "Evangelist Ebuka Obi of the Zion Prayer Movement Outreach is today one of the most talked about religious figures in Nigeria and beyond. Though not formally schooled in the corridors of academia, as his grammar sometimes portrays, he carries a grace that cannot be ignored. Reverend Father Ebuka once described him as the John the Baptist of this generation. Yet this same Ebuka Obi is a lightning rod for criticism. Christians, priests, and pastors alike have raised questions. His boldness in discussing Alamala, while claiming to remain a virgin, his miracles and prophecies that some insist are unverifiable, his habit of settling marital disputes before rolling cameras, his decisions to hold Sunday prayer gatherings instead of attending mass, and most provocatively, his refusal to submit Zion Prayer Ministry under the authority of the Catholic Archbishop of Lagos, a move many say earned him excommunication. For the record, I am not his follower, nor have I ever attended his programs. I do not endorse holding services that rival the Sunday Eucharist. I do not support disobedience to church authority, but as a priest and public affairs observer, I have followed his activities keenly and conducted personal inquiries. I believe there are lessons here that must be faced honestly. The Yoruba have a proverb: one must not throw away the baby with the bathwater when it comes to Ebuka Obi's personal life. His prophecies, his virginity, that is God's business, not mine. I cannot and will not judge. My duty is to pray for him, and I urge priests, pastors, and all people of God to do the same. The unconventional part. What stands Ebuka Obi apart from many preachers of his time is his relationship with money. In Zion Ministry, there are no offertories, no tithe, no fundraising, no bazaar, no harvest levies. He does not charge for prayers, oils, or candles. Instead, he survives on voluntary donations. And even then, he does not pressure anyone to give. More remarkably is that Ebuka Obi has turned giving into his own ministry. Families testify that he has rescued them from poverty. The needy run to him, and he opens his hands without hesitation. In a religious age where many men of God are receivers, he has built a reputation as a giver. Charity made fresh. The true reason I am writing is not about his sermons or his style, but about his legacy of charity, especially in the area of healthcare. A few years ago, he announced his intention to relocate Zion Ministry to the east and to build free hospitals in every Igbo state, including Igbo part of Delta and Rivers. True to his word, after moving to Ngobala, local government area of Imo State, he quickly built and launched Seraphic Hospital along Port Harcourt Road. The hospital is meant for free medical treatment and was commissioned by Governor Hope Uzodimma. Only 2 weeks ago, he unveiled another project, a free psychiatric hospital and old people's home in Anambra State, commissioned by Governor Charles Soludo. These are not empty promises, but concrete realities. His actions embody what the Apostle James described as faith that works through love. Frankly, Ebuka Obi has achieved what both government and many churches have failed to provide. Accessible health care for the poor, compassion for the elderly, and dignity for the mentally ill. This is patriotism and Christianity in action. The silence of the church and the media. Another paragraph. 2 things that shocked me to my bone marrow are: first, the silence of the media. A man build, equip, and donate a free psychiatric hospital and old people's home, and not a whisper. Bloggers who rush to amplify his controversies somehow found no voice here. Could it be that some were reduced to look away? Must the world only hear of his fault, never his triumphs? This selective reporting is unjust and unchristian. Second, the silence of the church. Neither the Orthodox churches, Protestant, nor Pentecostal leaders have publicly acknowledged his charity. No priest or pastor has spoken a word of commendation. Instead, it is politicians like Mr. Peter Obi, Governor Charles Soludo, Governor Hope Uzodimma, etc., who have celebrated him. Is this envy, jealousy, or simply the blindness of our times? Do Christians now fight for God as though God were incapable of defending himself? Why can we not commend where commendation is due, even if we disagree with certain practices? Then his final words: for the avoidance of doubt, this is my opinion. I speak not as the mouthpiece of the church or individual, but as a priest, lecturer, and public affairs analyst. If you find this article offensive, scroll past. Do not flood my comment box with insult. I will not argue. I will simply delete the insult and block you. What I ask is simple. Let us remember that Evangelist Ebuka Obi is a man prone to mistakes, yes, but also capable of great good. Let us pray for him where he falters and commend him where he excels. This, I believe, is the will of God. For a man who treats the poor, the needy, and the mentally deranged with much compassion may be criticized and vilified by men here on earth, but in heaven, God and his angels celebrate him. Shalom. Reverend Father Ben Anochie, clergy, lecturer, and public affairs analyst. Share this video.